Call them fat cats, call them locusts, call them barbarians. Private equity has been called a lot of things over the years. But environmental crusaders? This is Sealy Corp, a portfolio company owned by KKR, one of the largest private equity firms in the world, and one that could just be at the forefront of a growing movement. A groundbreaking partnership between KKR and the Environmental Defense Fund is generating millions in cost savings for the mattress company.
We partnered with EDF and KKR back in 2008 with the Green Portfolio Project. It was intended to find ways to get waste out and be green at the same time.
Since it was founded in 1967, EDF has distinguished itself from other environmental groups by actively partnering with corporations. Two high-profile partnerships include those with UPS and FedEx, which have increased fleet efficiency in part by introducing hybrid vehicles. It wasn't until 2007, though, that private equity came onto EDF's radar. That's when KKR approached EDF to support the firm's buyout of TXU Corp.
And we helped negotiate an agreement to move forward in a way that was better for the environment. Scaling back the number of coal-fired power plants that the former management had planned we eliminated 8 of 11 that they had initially planned.
KKR didn't stop there. After the TXU deal closed, the firm formalized its partnership with EDF to drive cost savings across its portfolio companies.
Our Green Portfolio project at KKR started as a pilot about 2 years ago with 3 companies, U.S. Food Service, Sealy, and Prime Media. And in the first year of that project, we were able to drive cumulative cost savings of over $16 million and environmental benefits of over 25,000 tons of greenhouse gas emissions, which was roughly equivalent to taking about 4,000 cars off the road.
One of the things we did was this wind fairing. It redirects the wind away from the trailer, reducing the drag and improving miles per gallon. The same thing holds true for the roof scoop as well. We also have an onboard computer that allows us to track driver performance and make sure that they are driving in a manner that's both safe and fuel efficient.
The initiative saved Sealy $5.2 million in 2008 alone. All told, the savings generated through the pilot program were enough to convince KKR to create a dedicated group for the Green Portfolio program and to hire former EDF fellow Elizabeth Seeger to manage it.
We currently have 20% of the global portfolio participating. One of the great things that occurred in our last phase was that we expanded outside of the U.S. for the first time. So now we have Tarkett based in France and Oriental Brewery based in South Korea. We expect to continue that trend throughout 2010.
KKR's rivals are noticing. In March, the Carlyle Group announced its own partnership with EDF.
I mean, I just think it's good business. It's good for our limited partners want this. I mean, our limited partners, by and large, are big pension funds. So they live in this community. They like to feel proud of their investments. Our workers want it. And it creates value.
Ken Millman, former chairman of the Republican National Committee and KKR's head of global public affairs.
It's about all green, saving money and doing things that are good for the environment.
The question of window dressing and is it enough?
Well, I don't think it's window dressing. Look, I think that real change occurs in most places and in most companies by everyone in the company every day doing practical, consistent things that improve progress. And that's true in the environment too.
It's got to drive business cost savings and environmental savings if it's going to be widely adopted by the private equity sector and other companies. And the ability to do projects together that drive both financial results and environmental results and take them to scale across portfolios of companies, that's what we're interested in. And I think if we're able to do that successfully, we'll have a new best practice for the private equity sector.
Private equity seems game. Murray says he's had no trouble getting in front of top executives at other private equity firms. Add another PE partner to KKR and Carlyle, and EDF can call this a trend. Suzanne Stevens, The Deal.